Hi, I'm Pamela Gail Johnson, founder of the Society of Happy People, and we're kicking off the 22nd Happiness Happens Month. Thanks for being here. So today I'm going to kick off our podcast video series with my take on celebrations. And the future podcast will be me interviewing other people. So when I think about celebrations, obviously we're celebrating Happiness Happens Month, and that's an exciting thing. Hopefully it makes everybody feel good. But celebrations, it's easy to celebrate the big milestones. It's easy to celebrate when we get a new baby in our family or a friend has a new baby. It's easy to celebrate engagements and weddings and anniversaries and graduations and when somebody wins their Little League trophy and birthdays and when we get a new job and a new house, or maybe we take a vacation we've been saving for a very, very long time, or maybe we get to finally retire. So it's easy to celebrate those big milestones, those big goals we have. The celebrations I think that we need to focus more on are celebrating our everyday wins. Celebrating when things go right, because it's so easy to celebrate the things that didn't go the way we wanted them to during the course of the day. And most people are going to have that at some point during the course of the day. Something's not going to go right. And sometimes it's easier to remember that than the things that did go right. So depending on your day, sometimes it's maybe something super simple. Sometimes it's maybe you made your bed or you got laundry done. So it could be super simple like that, but you should celebrate it, especially if it was something that was a little bit complicated to get done that day. Sometimes it may be you got that email response back you've been waiting on because you've been emailing the same person over and over and over about something that was important to you because you were emailing them, but maybe not as important to them. And they finally responded and you're like, yay, I get to celebrate that. Sometimes it's having a conversation with somebody that makes us feel good. Or sometimes it's finding a parking space easy without having to drive to look for it. But we just, pull up and we find it and we're like, yay, that's a win. I think all those wins are important to celebrate because every time we do, we're raising our vibe a little bit. We're feeling good. And I think every time we feel good, that is a celebration worth having. So, and it's even more important when you're in a time of happiness zappers, those things that take away a little bit of our happiness. So when I'm getting ready for Happiness Happens Month, it's extra big. My to-do list gets much, much bigger. And so sometimes I get tired. And when you get tired, sometimes you get a little cranky. So I'm staying with friends right now, and they have this Great Dane named Fenway, who's just adorable. But she'll see when I go sit in a certain chair, she knows I'm kind of on a break. And she's like, okay, I'm going to walk over and I put my head on her leg so she can pet it, because I know her petting me makes her feel good. And it does. And that's a celebration because I'm feeling good and I'm thinking about this cute dog instead of my enormous to-do list. So celebrations can come with everything that makes us feel good. Or as a story that is depicted in my new book, Practical Happiness. I'm going to read this for you because this is actually probably one of my favorite stories. And let me get my readers so I can actually read. This was actually a story that was on Twitter. And so we put it in the book, and he said, she says, my 8-year-old said in the car, do you want me to throw the confetti in my pocket? I responded, no, not in the car. Why do you have confetti in your pocket? The 8-year-old said, it's my emergency confetti. I carry it everywhere in case there is good news. So my challenge to you guys about celebrations is get some confetti, get some emergency confetti that you carry in your pocket, and every time you feel good or every time there's good news, toss the confetti and have a little happy celebration. So thanks for sharing or letting me share my story. And I have asked everybody in this series to share one of their happiness as personals. And so I'm going to share one of mine. And one of mine is actually putting together Happiness Happens Month every year. So I get a lot of to-dos, but I just love that so many people around the world celebrate Happiness Happens Month. They may not be celebrating with us in the society, but they're celebrating. When you Google the number of times we're listed somewhere, we have so many people celebrating. And it makes me feel so happy that the society started a holiday that so many people are part of and that so many people are actually celebrating happiness, because despite any difficulties we have, any challenges we have, it is so important that we put some effort into increasing our happiness vocabulary, increasing our happiness awareness, so we can actually feel good more often. So on that note, thank you so much for celebrating with us, and I'm looking forward to Happiness Happens Month this year.